Hello again. This is a different sort of suit challenge. This object was brought to me some time ago by a friend of mine who'd had a roommate that did a moonlight flit. They'd run out on their they'd run out on the rent in the middle of the week, in the middle of the night, and the only thing they left behind was this tartan suit. And she brought it to me and she said, could I possibly sell this? And I opened it up and I frankly said, no, I'm not having this attached to my name. We have a tartan coat. We have tartan skinny pants. Now, I can't wear skinny pants. It's a peculiar reflection of mine because I never skip leg day, okay? Yeah. Anyhow, and a tartan tie. And at the time, I said a great many things about it. I was cruel, many cruel things about it. But then I sort of tempered down a bit because it's easy to be me. In fact, it's one of my great gifts, actually. Not happy about it, but there it is. So yeah, I thought long and hard about it, but I don't want to be mean because I don't like fast fashion. Fast fashion is an environmental catastrophe. It's an environmental crime. Buying cheap fad clothing from the other side of the planet, expensive to bring over here, worn and then abandoned. This is practically toxic waste. This is some sort of petrochemical. My nose is watering a little bit whatever solvents in this cloth is gassing off. The first time, I'll indulge myself a little bit. The first time I saw it, I went, oh, is vaudeville coming back? But on the other hand, how miserable a place the world would be if everybody had exactly the same taste and exactly the same interests and loves and everything else. Frankly, it would be bad. To be fair, and where I started to change my mind, I haven't changed my mind about what an awful thing it is, but on the positive side of the ledger, this was constructed by someone who knew their business. The coat sleeves, the sleeve is set into the shoulder better than I can do it. The sewing is competent, right? I'm in the process of learning how to make my new suit. And I really, really don't think that my first effort is going to be as good as this from the technical construction point of view. But on the other hand, again, it's ghastly material. Nothing lines up. Nothing in the pattern lines up. Everything is slapped together, right? And see everything. It's a travesty. But it was made by somebody who's capable of better. And I slowly started to get angry about that, right? Because there's another crime of fast fashion, because this was made by someone who deserves to have a better job than the one they've got. They have skills, and it must be soul destroying to have to pump this stuff out to bosses who don't care for higher quality. So, I wish that person well. I hope that their situation improves, that they can produce garments that they can be proud of. I suspect, slightly language warning here, I suspect that the way this has been slapped together, well, it hasn't been slapped together, the way that it's been produced, evidently for a boss who doesn't care, is a very subtle fuck you to the company about, this is really what you want me to make, then this is what I'll make. So I wish that person well. I hope them better success in the future. But the sleeves are different lengths, the front panels are different lengths, the cloth is miserable. Again, my nose is actually itching from the whatever petrochemical solvents this is. What I am going to do is, this person, the ex-roommate that dumped them in the middle of the night, that ran out in the middle of the night, according to the receipts, they paid $60 to DHL, $50.56 to DHL for import, and they paid something worth $300 for this. And I get it, it's your money. But what we're going to do is, I took some extra cloth that I had, And I took it down to my own tailors, the tailors that I work with now, Modernize, 5 West Pender Street in Vancouver. And we are going to do a rebuttal of this garment. We're going to show what happens when you're using the finest quality materials made by somebody who's being paid a living wage, and show you what the difference is, and also the difference in quality. And we've already done that. I took the cloth down to them, and we spent a good hour sitting in a meeting where we collaborated about what it was going to look like, where I wanted my pockets placed. Many suits, and I use the word suit in the loosest tense. Okay, the pocket placement isn't bad on this one, but many suits, I find the pockets a little too low. So we talked about how I wanted my pockets, how I wanted the collars arranged, how I wanted the sleeve set, how many buttons, what the lining would be like, what buttons I wanted, right? How the trousers would be cut. And it's a wonderful experience to be deeply involved, or even partially involved, but to be involved in the creation of a garment that you're going to wear with pride, right? Not with a banjo and some burnt cork. Something you're going to wear with pride, because what you wear is an exponent of your personal style. So we're going to produce this other garment. It's going to be ready in a couple of months. I'm going to go down for a couple of fittings. I'll try to video some of that if they'll let me go along with that. So at the end of this will be 2 or 3 video series perhaps, and at the end of it we'll have 2 garments to show and what you're getting for your money's worth, right? So so bear with me, and we'll see how that goes. Now, right now I'm going to pack this up, put it in a plastic bag, although perhaps its continued presence might be a good thing about keeping insects out of the building, because again, there's something whiffy, chemically whiffy about this thing. Anyhow, so thank you for your forbearance, and talk to you soon.